Let's Play! Hi guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Hyrule Warriors. We are now headed on to the 3rd level, Faron Woods, the Sorceress of the Woods. Who is this mysterious sorceress? I was gonna say never know, but no, we will, as soon as we start the stage. So as you can see here, I guess I should point this out, all the information on the right side. As you can see, you can get a full heart container that gives you a, full extra heart with Sheik, which is found by just capturing keeps, and you'll eventually find it. You can get a heart piece with Impa, and so you're gonna want to come back and get all these at some points. As you can see here, there was the heart piece and heart container. Maybe just because it was the intro, it wouldn't let us, but that's okay. So Link is the recommended one with his magic rod. That doesn't mean his penis, but I mean. So I already did this last time. Why am I here? Oh, right. As you can see, Impa and Sheik are level 7 and 8. Link is only level 4. So you can actually go to the training dojo and spend money to level them up. And you might think, wow, that's just lazy. No, it saves a lot of time. So we can only go up to what the other highest level is. So we're going to get Link up to level 8. Doesn't cost that much now, but later on, I think it is 1 rupee per experience point. So you know, that becomes a very important thing. I guess I can show off too. We have some costumes here. We have the hero's clothes. We have the trainee tunic. We have the Dark Link costume, which you can't see here, but he actually has red eyes and it's not just all black. And the postman uniform. We're going to stick with the regular one for now. I also have the Ocarina of Time pack, but because I was dumb, I didn't install it. So I'll get that probably between the next part, so we can play as the awesome Ocarina of Time Link at some point. So, let us head in, though, with our magic rod, which is one of the more fun weapons of the game. But first off, narration.
Link and his allies were saved from the dangers of the Elden Caves by a mysterious youth named Sheik. Joined by their new ally, Impa's troops exited the caves and emerged in Faron Woods. There, they found a hidden village overrun with monsters. While Link and Impa wanted to continue their search for Zelda, they could not ignore the plight of the villagers. Without hesitation, they sprang into battle.
Okie dokie, so this mission here is in the Faron Woods, which is both Faron Woods and Elden Volcano are technically original levels for this universe. They obviously take inspiration from a whole bunch of them. So I guess we should go over all sorts of stuff that you can look at here. So we have the battlefield info. So as we can see, Lana's here. We shall meet her in a second. You can actually look at all your troops, and you can look at this at any point to get full information on them. It's very important. So as you can see here, the Dark Forces, we have Wizrow up there. There's also Gibdos everywhere, and Gibdos are literally the worst thing ever. I am sorry, I just kind of burped in my mouth. That's disgusting. I shouldn't even talk about that. Current status gives you, the current battle situation. Warrior info allows you to check your combos. So it doesn't actually tell you what they are, but it tells you what you have. Your weapon skills, so if you have ones, you can look at them. You have your badges, which you can look at. And you can also check the Skulltulas. So as we can see, the only one that we have available here is just by KOing 1,000 enemies. So we can also change the music, but I won't, because the music in this game is pretty perfect as is, and only for missions that you keep replaying you'll want to change them, to switch things up a bit. And here we are introduced to an original character, and honestly a bit of the focus of the game, which is Lana. Very much a contention point between Warriors fans and Zelda fans. I know Warriors fans like her, and yet Zelda fans hate her, and we'll see why in a sec. Also, she is cute as a button, which again is a contention point. A lot of people are like, I don't want to play as a Vocaloid in my Warriors, and to be fair, she does look like Miku mixed with half a ponytail, sort of. She also looks like Nairu. Yeah. So she's asking us to defend the forest, and then she'll tell us the information if we do. And Impa's like, oh, we are just playing into her hands. Like putty or Play-Doh or whatever the Hyrulean equivalent of that is. So, Magic Rod. This is a, very much a long-range weapon. You can just, you know, this actually its full combo. Like, we've already upgraded it to its full light combo, which is, it's decent. It's not the best thing. And we shall see its other ones in just a second. So it's, oh, there's Deku Babas though, so we're gonna have to avoid them for now. We cannot kill them. It's just heavy. Is this, or if you charge it, this. So, it has two different forms for that, which is good. We shall get to its best attack though in just a sec. If you do light heavy, it does this, which explodes into this, which goes into this. So this one actually has its own little combo at the end, which is cool. Light heavy is this. My favorite attack, which is a just giant axe that kills everything. We actually can't do the full version of this one. In the full version, it actually continues into two more parts of the fire. So that's cool. But we need to find a way to get rid of these Deku Babas, and I have to go through this, so let's not take the, well, we will take the damage, but we need to find the bows and arrows, which are here. I mean, if you look at the map, it's pretty obvious there's going to be something down there. Though, to be fair, in some missions, there's not always, you know, stuff in those locations, so, but it means in some location it's going to be. So we get the bow and arrow, a little more helpful than the bombs in my opinion, but still not the best thing that you need. You know, now what they are good for is they are good for killing Deku Babas, because if you use any attack on the Deku Baba, they'll just hide. But because the arrows are kind of fast or something, it works to kill them, which is cool. Deku Babas are a little annoying because they will be in missions and in keeps to try and just get you to run into them. They don't actually actively attack you. That's all they really do. But it's still annoying. And honestly, though, out of all the you know, big sort of obstacle-y enemies, they're not the worst. They're pretty easy. You just gotta boop, kill them. There's a, whoops, that didn't go away as fast as I expected. In certain, missions and stuff, though, you'll find out that, the bow and arrow is good for, really good for these certain missions, which we will get to, that let you give everyone a ranged attack, which is nice. There's a weird thing, though, where if you use the bow and arrow, it's not instant. There's a bit of a delay. So you'll want to double press it, but then that'll make you hit it twice, which means you'll probably die and, well, not die, but get hit. But you don't want to get hit in this game. That is, you know, it's like a bit like a fighting game. Getting hit is bad. So here we have a Gibdo, which suck because they are pretty much unflinching. They will not flinch from many attacks. I don't know why the weak point gauges aren't doing much, for them. Normally it takes a lot of work to get the weak point gauge of a Gibdo down, but that was easy. Probably because we're just in normal story mode, as opposed to the hard one, which I've been playing before the hard drive death of 2014. R.I.P. in pepperoni, my Wii U hard drive. I worked all yesterday on re-unlocking everyone in Smash Bros, and I'm gonna have to get everything back in Mario Kart 8 right away. That'll be fun. Gotta do every single cup once more. Oh boy. So the best attack for this is by far the axe, just because look at this range on it, and the fact that you can dash cancel out of the long animation means that you're pretty safe with it. There's no crazy lag. It's the only problem is the timing is a bit stiff because it's 2 then the X. It doesn't feel as clean as the 3 than the X. As you see here, the Gibdo takes no crap. He will just completely not let you attack him, and he won't flinch, and he will just go. But this is the special for the for the magic rod. And even though it looks like it's an attack that will damage multiple times, it actually only hits once. Okay, so if you get hit by his by the Gibdo's roar, you will freeze in spot, and it's not fun. You just don't want to be hit by that. We got the powered up bow here, which becomes an arrow of light and does 5 shots, which is cool. So our current mission is to defeat the Gibdo forces, which we shall. The Gibdo that we did kill, I don't think was actually part of it. One thing is the bow and arrow does stun if you hit an enemy, similar to a Gibdo's roar like that, which you are stuck in. It's an interesting design for the Gibdos. They went with their Ocarina of Time design, so it's not Ocarina of Time. This is their Twilight Princess design. So they have a big sword. They are not afraid to use it, and they will do stuff to you if you let them. They are pretty powerful. They're pretty annoying, especially later on when you get flaming ones. The game does a weird thing where they're like, okay, guys, we need just stronger versions of the enemies in this game. What do we do? Okay, let's just set them on fire. And they do that, and it's very strange, because it's like, that is sort of lazy, because it's just literally applying a particle effect over them. But, whatever. Yeah, no, I really dig the magic rod. I think it was the first weapon I actually got to its level 3 version. It's tier 3, as some people call it. Of course, you know, different names for different things. I call it its level 3 weapon. Some people say tier because, I don't know, tiers are better than levels. Then again, there are like levels for weapons too, you know, you have the stars. So, it depends on what you say, you know. People know what you're saying though when you say like the level 3 weapon versus the tier 3. It's like, the one thing I don't get is people say, they say like, this is my C3 combo. And I'm like, excuse me? So, oh god, it's on fire. Maybe we shouldn't have brought the magic rod to this mission. That's, you know, it's literally a fire rod. And it's interesting though, they call it the magic rod, but you actually don't get like different versions of it. It's always fire. I know a lot of people were expecting to get different versions. Okay, so we need to get the Skulltula. When the Skulltula appears, you do want to put everything down and run and get it, because I need volume though. Simply just because it will, you know, go away, and then you'll have to do the mission over again, which sucks. So let's find this. I know for the hard mode mission, you can't let, like, it get to half health, I'm pretty sure. So I can hear it somewhere around here. When the music starts to die, you're getting really close. Ah, I think I know where it is. Right there. See, there's no music anymore, which means you're right by it. Go away. Thank you. There we go. So, yes, we need to put out the fire, which can be done rather easily. You'd be surprised. It seems like a thing where you'd be like, oh no, it's gonna be crazy hard, but nope. I think the HP does constantly go down, and you do want to kill it, like, not kill it, but, oh god, I didn't mean to do that. I pressed the wrong button. I meant to lock on. Whatever, we're gonna see its powered up form. Okay, so you can stun the or, well, get them to not be, let's use our super attack. Let's just get rid of these guys quickly. It's a meteor. We pull a Sephiroth. What was I even saying? God, this game. Commentating over Warriors games is difficult because, you know, you're kind of focusing on the action. Even just talking to friends while playing this game is difficult. Oh, speaking of, this game does have multiplayer. And I know people say like, oh, it's terrible because you, it cuts down the resolution a bit because one person's on the gamepad, so it gives them the same resolution. And it also, because it can't load huge enemy troops with 2 people at once, the enemies only spawn near the player. So that means like, there's less, enemies on screen usually, unless the 2 players are together. So that means you can multitask, but it actually makes things a bit harder. Okay, it's a cuckoo. Don't hit the cuckoo. Just don't hit the cuckoo. There's hidden cuckoos all over story mode, and I don't know what to do with them. I think there might be a way to get them on your side, but I have no idea. if someone in the comments could tell me, that'd be amazing. But I'm pretty sure I have more Hyrule Warriors knowledge than a lot of the people watching this, because I don't know. I put so many hours in this game. I really have, and when it died, I was really sad. Also, let's just make a thunderstorm. Even though that's normally what causes forest fires, in this case, we're putting one out. Smokey Bear says no, Wizbro. We never had Smokey Bear advertisements in Canada. I just know from internet culture, which is funny, because, like, that's kind of how, like, pop culture osmosis works, and it's very interesting that, you know. And then I make jokes to it with my family, and my family doesn't get it because they're not internet people. You know, it's like they weren't born of the age where most information is free and on the internet, you know. Whoa, what the heck? The axe didn't spawn properly. You saw that, right? That's cool. I found a glitch. Actually, this game has many glitches. It's I'm not gonna say it's a glitchy game, but because of how it's set up, it's just in a way where glitches are inevitable. I mean, even in Smash Bros, I found a glitch where someone hit me while I was playing as Mega Man, and his hands were stuck as needles from his up smash. So, that's just how glitches are, man. It's like not much you can do. So I love just getting into a big group of enemies and using my special O. It is such a good feeling. And like, look, we got rid of most of the health bar. Even that Gibdo there is just like, it's gone. He gone. Well, mostly. So I find it another funny thing. Like, we're killing here the King Bulbin, but they're actually multiple Bulbin, it reveals in this game, because King Bulbin is actually a character too. So these are just generic Bulbin, which weren't even, there was only one King Bulbin in Twilight Princess. So, oh boy. Thank goodness the enemy troops are kind of dumb and didn't approach me. You get a lot of invincibility frames with the roll, like to the point where you can actually roll through, I think, almost every attack. In fact, I'm pretty sure you can roll through like every attack, because rolls, which is good. Some characters have slower rolls, like, and some of them aren't even rolls. Some of them are just dashes. So, Wizro's left the battlefield. So that means he's just like, nope, I'm out of here. So in the meantime, though, let's kill these dudes. So because I don't know if them having shields actually changes anything. Like, I don't think it does. Oh, well, that didn't actually do that much damage. But if you let it run out, that's its run out focus spirit. And here we face everyone's favorite first boss from Ocarina of Time, Goma. Goma is one of my favorite big bosses because it's not hard, but it's not easy. Like, it's a good balance. Basically, shoots an I-beam, you want to dash through it, and then after that, shoot an arrow. Note that there is a bit of a delay when you're shooting an arrow, so you actually want to do it a little bit beforehand. So, we want to just do as much damage as we can. At a certain point, Goma will just warp away, though. So you actually don't want to attack, though, because if you attack it, its shield will go up, meaning that you won't be able to hit it, and it just takes longer for it to do its attack. So you just want to be, you know, patient with it. Goma is a fun enemy to face, in my opinion. There are worse ones. Also, we just stab its eye and then flip it out. That's pretty gruesome. You cannot hit Goma otherwise. Like, there's no King Dodongo just attacking him otherwise. One thing I will say that the I-beam destroys your troops because they have no idea how to avoid it. So now you might think using like supers on the bosses will do a lot to the weak point gauge, but it doesn't do that much. It actually does more damage than it does the weak point gauge. So I think weak point gauge goes off of hits, not damage. So like certain attacks that hit a lot are really good for it. This attack, you want to attack him now. When his eye turns blue is when you want to do it. I mean, obviously, eyes are meant to be poked, and, you know, when it changes, that means it's weak, so. And that was it. That was the mission. Relatively easy. I say relatively, but it's actually very easy. So yes, we are now moving on to the next one, and Lana is going to be like, hey, let's share some information. Oh, Impa's like, my girlfriend ain't here. It's okay, because we got Lana now, and Lana is a fun character to play as. I know a lot of people don't like playing as her, but I think it's just because they have a prejudice against cutesy characters, as we shall see. But may there be some connection between her and the bad guy. In fact, we shall probably learn right now.
Have told the tale of the war across the ages. This is how it begins. Deep in the forests, far from mortal eyes, a great sorceress watched over the balance of the Triforce. Through her magic, she could see across ages, able to read the fates of all who lived, but never interfering. That is, until a unique soul caught her attention. The soul of the hero of legend, eternally reborn when Hyrule's need is greatest. Through her powers, the sorceress should have seen that the hero was bound to another. Instead, she saw only a soul that was unlike any she had known. And while the sorceress was preoccupied, a fragment of darkness, locked in its prison, saw an opportunity. The whispering darkness wormed its way into her heart. It pushed the light away and warped her curiosity into a desperate desire to possess the legendary hero's soul. Of course, this evil had its own desires. To use the Triforce to resurrect itself and conquer Hyrule once again. Having pushed the light from her heart, the darkness compelled her to open the Gate of Souls, the doorway of time itself. Monsters from across the ages pour through the gate, bringing ruin to the land of Hyrule once more.
So that explains why we are fighting enemies from every era. And this is where the actual, not even like the story, but the debate of what the story means comes into play. See here, this story, believe it or not, might be, in my opinion it is, a commentary on fandoms. So we'll get into that though. We can now battle as Lana. Sadly, not the Lana from Captain N. That would be amazing. We get her weapon, the Spirit's Tome. Yes, she fights with a book. And it is pretty darn cool. You'll be surprised. So we got the smithy now. We'll go show off the smithy here. So what we can do is we can select a base weapon. So let's see here. What's a good one? I don't want to squander my first opportunity to use the use it. So welp, that's, I guess we're not gonna use it with him. Geez, this isn't working out as well as I hoped. Who do we even have a bunch of stuff for so I can show this off? Basically, you can transfer skills from one weapon to the next, and eventually you'll start getting weapons with like 3, 4, 5, 6 ability places to put stuff down. And so like right here, we'll just show it off. You know, you can go from this one, you can transfer over strength 3 and then put it there, and now this one has strength 3 on it. So that's really it. You're not doing super crazy stuff like actually merging them. You're basically transferring skills from weak weapons to stronger weapons and working towards like a level 5, 6 ability amazing sauce weapon. So, but guys, next time we're heading to the Sorceress of the Valley, which is the Valley of Seers level, and we're going to be playing as Lana. Give her a shot. And yes, so we will see you all next time on Hyrule Warriors, folks. This is like the end of the beginning. Literally. I will see you all. Ciao.